What draws me to a far corner of Chile and Patagonia is a legendary road, Ruta 7, better known as Carretera Austral. Born out of the idea to connect remote areas of the country, cutting through the spine of Patagonia, half a century later, after lots of bad planning and worse engineering, it hasn't yet made it. I will start from the first and last proper town of Coyhaique, heading south, eventually crossing the Argentinian border. I was expecting some wind and rain in Patagonia. I'm not surprised by an early introduction. Weather here is unpredictable and often comes with a bad temper. For the first few days, everyone I meet on the road is trying to dry something.
Almost there.
The road snakes down to the village of Cerro Castillo, where I'm soon reaching the end of a smooth ride on tarmac.
Oh, mermelada.
¿De qué país vienes?
Soy italiano.
¿Italiano?
Italiano, sí.
Bienvenido.
Sí, sí. Gianni.
Eleuterio. Deja tu... Ahí.
¿Es bueno?
Sí, bueno.
Gracias.
La Patagonia,
Ah, es muy linda.
aquí para el sur es más linda. Más,
Ah, ¿sí?
más
Sí, 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 sí.
montaña, más,
Ah,
más agua,
sí, sí,
río,
sí, 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 sí.
lago.
Voy a ir hasta Argentina, el Chalten.
Ah, Salve.
So, O'Higgins, el Chalten.
¿Y de dónde has dicho hoy día?
¿En dónde?
¿Dónde pusiste tu tienda anoche?
Anoche en...
Cerro Castillo.
sí, 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 sí,
Ya.
Cerro Castillo. ¿La ruta es malo?
Ripio, más.
Ripio.
Hay que andar con precaución porque es angosto, tiene curvas y andan vehículos muy rápidos.
Ah, sí, sí, comprendo, comprendo, sí. Ma l'asfalto ancora un poquito?
Muy bueno, son 2 kilómetros.
2 kilómetros.
Ya te hizo.
Sí. So aquí es la fin.
Aquí estamos en el fin.
The scenery changes into a landscape framed by rocky mountains, and for the first time I cycle in the sun. From here, a sharp step marks the end of the road and the start of 500 kilometers of El Ripio, some nice sounding Spanish which stands for uncivilized road. My Brompton Folding Bike is hardly an appropriate bike to cope with such bad roads. I often wonder whether I will ever make it to the end. With all this shaking and the slow progress, it is hard to give a positive answer.
So here is what a bad camper hits in Patagonia.
Some oat.
It is pretty disgusting, but it does give me the carbohydrate I need. I don't think a dog would eat this, but I will. A little bit of water. Do not forget to stir, very important. Then let's find out what this is, because I have no clue. It does smell like condensed milk to me. Well, it's got a bit of a horrible consistency, but I think hopefully that's what it is. Looks a bit like shit. Okay, so now I will let this rest, and this will be part of my dinner. And in case you're wondering, breakfast is going to be the same.
first spot the turquoise water of Lago General Carrera, the largest lake of the country. Argentina is really near, to the other side of the mountains. But my border crossing is an unusual one, and still far down south. I'm stunned by the wonderful colors of the lake, and the lush pastures and variety of trees that come in all shades of green and brown. I reach the village of Puerto Tranquilo, where I can forget my oat diet and finally taste some decent food. I begin a long induction into the intricacies of sustainable living, checking in at a local eco-camping. Andrés welcomes me and asks if I want to practice some Spanish.
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien.
¿De dónde eres?
Gianni, de Italia.
Andrés.
Italiano, Andrés.
Mucho gusto.
Gracias, Andrés. ¿Puede por la carpa?
Sí,
¿Una noche?
¿hablas español?
Un poquito,
Un poquito.
solo un poquito.
¿Quieres practicar?
¿Quiere?
We start with an introduction to the history of recycling in Patagonia.
Se manda, se
¿Sí?
lleva a un punto verde
¿Sí?
que existe en Coyhaique,
Ah,
que es el único punto verde que existe en Patagonia. ¿Ya?
Esa es la misión del campo. Sí, 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 sí. La zona del camping, esta es la zona del camping. Sí. Tienes que elegir una plataforma. Sí. ¿Ya? Y en esa plataforma poner tu tienda. Sí, claro. Perfecto, perfecto. Ya. Si tienes problemas con tensar tu
Andrés takes his job seriously and loves talking as if he had not met another human being for weeks. Never mind if I can understand hardly half of what he says. They love bins around here. There's a bin for everything. We start with organic waste. We then move to the kitchen area. Here, I am lectured on about 10 more bins, 9 for all kind of solid waste. The 10th one, called the shame bin, contains a rusty table lamp that I guess cannot possibly go anywhere else.
Limpio y seco. Todo
Sí.
lo que va aquí va limpio y seco.
oh, en inglés.
Sí, también.
También en inglés.
Si no puedes ponerlo acá,
Sí.
va a llegar a este basurero y la basura común.
Ah, ok. Ah, ok.
¿Ya? Gases vacíos, lo mismo con las baterías.
No importa.
Ya.
Bueno, gracias.
Andrés is unstoppable. He goes into details about liquid waste, solar panels, wind energy, anything but registering my stay.
Perfecto.
Ok.
Por
Bueno.
registrarse, hay
Ok,
bisogno
let's
de...
go.
¿Sí?
For 2 blissful days, I follow the contours of Lake General Carrera. And to compensate for the lack of traffic, I meet a southbound stream of cyclists. I'm heading south, but the sun is behind me. Mountain peaks loom ahead on the horizon. Never too high, but at these latitudes, always shrouded in a veil of snow. I forget all about the damn start. For days, I bathe in a warm sun, under a blue sky dotted with harmless clouds. After admiring the largest lakes in Chile, I joined the course of the Rio Baquer, its largest river. I covered half of the way as I exit the village of Cochrane.
Hello. Hi.
Each approaching car or truck leaves a trail of dust that engulfs me. But traffic here is now rare, along the road that is going nowhere.
Oh, hi. You're just stopping for breakfast?
Yes,
Yeah, for tea time.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. I had enough. Well, Johnny.
bueno, sí.
Muchas gracias.
Bueno,
Pues la carpa aquí.
ya.
Mañana el desayuno, si puede.
¿A qué hora?
¿Es posible a 8 horas?
Sí.
¿Es bueno? Sí.
Sí.
Okay.
Every isolated farm becomes a chance to get at least some bread or some jam.
Perfecto.
I have a glimpse into lives that haven't changed that much for centuries. Lives that are satisfied and content, able to sit still and enjoy silence.
¿Puede prender una foto, Arturo? ¿Puede prender una foto? Sí. Acuerdo. Muchas gracias. Perfecto. Chao, gracias. Entonces, mira. Bye bye. Bye. Hello. 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 If it's not like this, I can make it, but I don't know if it's so good.
I arrive for a late lunch at Donna Rosa. In her simple, corrugated iron farm, in the middle of nowhere, she made it her mission to feed tasty steaks and fresh salad to hungry cyclists.
3.000, hay 5.000.
Ya, espérame.
Gracias.
¿Y dónde empezaron el viaje?
¿En Puerto Montt?
En Puerto Montt.
Ah, hay 3.000. Sí, vale. ¿Es bueno?
En Bariloche.
Que es la misma altura de Puerto Montt, me dijeron.
Sí, por al este, sí.
Muchas gracias, Don Aras. Gracias.
Food is always scarce, but at least one doesn't have to worry about drinking water. There is an endless supply from pristine rivers and waterfalls. I fill my bottle and soak my head under the watchful eye of giant rhubarb leaves that are the size of extra-large umbrellas. Mountains take new, unusual shapes. Sharp peaks give way to rounded rocks, smoothed by moving glaciers and the invisible force of strong winds. In Puerto Yungay, I think I just made it in time for my short ferry crossing. It is the wrong boat.
Hey, it's okay? Can I?
¿Tienes su ticket?
¿Eh?
¿Tienes su ticket?
No, no hay. ¿Dónde va? No.
Este va a Tortel.
Ah, Tortel. No.
Ah, vale, el otro usted.
Sí.
This one takes to Tortel and Puerto Natales on the Pacific Ocean, and only 43 hours away. I will have to wait for the right boat the following day.
didn't freeze. Try to let it go. Try to let it fall, to let it pass, to let it go.
Here, the road gets narrow, mostly left to cyclists and a few motorbikes. I reach La Casa dos Ciclistas, a well-known shed for cyclists to take cover in, especially on stormy days. Christian is the only cyclist there today, and we share a couple of hard benches and a smoky fireplace. The town of O'Higgins is only a day away. A little further, the road will end, and a 3 hours journey by ferry takes cyclists only to the other shore. I reach the last Chilean immigration post, where my passport can get stamped, before starting to cross the most unusual of borders. I'll catch you somewhere.
Yes, maybe.
After 2 hours of walking and little cycling, we reach a sign. It tells us that we are now in Argentina. We're in the middle of nowhere. We would have never known otherwise. You must have seen this before. It's a large sign. You don't like signs. You told me before you don't like signs.
Yes.
All right. Right, here I am with Christian, and we finally reached the border with Argentina. So it's a waited time to change the flag on the hat, turn it around, and there we go. We go down to Chalten, all the way downhill. A bit of walking, I guess. Let's go.
The last famous words. It's all the way downhill, but this is only the beginning of the worst. Hours of pushing the bike up and down a narrow trail, wading messy rivers and bathing in mud. You're joking? It's becoming better, or? Christian is on his third crossing here. 15 years ahead of me and some minor heart surgery are not enough of an advantage to keep up with him. He disappears, never to be seen for the rest of the day. The first impression of roads in Argentina is disappointing. They are too narrow, badly signed, and there is far too much mud all over the place. While in Chile there was a road that was hardly a road, now I'm left with a track that isn't even a track. I slowly curse my way down, and it takes some trust to believe that I'm not on the wrong path, hopelessly lost and never to be found. I catch my first glimpses of Lago del Desierto, hoping the Argentinian immigration post and the ferry I read about are actually there.
Buenos días.
Hola.
Hola.
Sí. ¿Bicicletas a aquel lado? Ahí a por allá.
Sí, sí, sí.
Y pasaporte.
Ok. To the other side, I spot the first distant views of Mount Fitzroy. One more day, and I will get back to civilization. Back to smooth roads and proper mills, in the border town of El Chalten.
Hold on tight. I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us. If we just hold on tight, this vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreaming.